Okay, grade 10s, welcome back. In this video we're going to be looking at tab stops. Okay, so this is what I had in the previous video, and this is where I was just dealing with or taking you through bullets and numbering. Okay, now if I delete all of this and I'm just going to type in John over here on my keyboard, if I use the tab button, you'll see what it does. Okay, it moves everything over a certain number of spaces, and I can go back with that as well. But I want to put something in place where if after John I press the space bar or I press the tab bar, I actually want it to jump, let's say, a huge number of spaces. Okay, so the way I'm going to do that is actually by inserting tab stops. So I can go to the home tab, make sure I'm in the paragraph section. I can either go straight here to paragraph and then down to tabs, or I can go to my line spacing options and click on tabs. Okay, either way, it doesn't really matter which way you go, but yeah, as long as you get there. Okay, so I'm going to click on tabs and you'll see the tab stop position. I haven't inserted a tab stop position. The default tab stops are 1.27 centimeters. So when I press tab on the keyboard, it'll jump 1.27 centimeters. So let's say I'm going to put a tab stop at 2 centimeters and I hit enter, and you can see there is my first tab. Okay, so when I hit the tab button on the keyboard, it now jumps 2 centimeters instead of the 1.27. Right, so let's go back, and now I'm going to add, let's say 6 centimeters. I'm going to put the alignment in the center. I'm going to put a little leader on it, and I'm going to set it, right? And then I'm going to put my final one as 14 centimeters. I'm going to put another leader on it, align it to the right, and say set. So now I've got 3 tab stops, right? So let's have a look. There we already go. So as I've set this, between this tab, the first tab stop I put in, and the second one, I said there must be a leader. Okay, so you'll see if I go tab, what happens now? As this moves into the next spot, you'll see the next leader opens up, right? So let's just have a look at this, and I type in SDF, and when I press tab to go to the next tab stop, it puts in a leader. So I type again, and now I press tab again to get to the end, and what happens? Another leader comes in. Okay, so let's say, for example, we are talking about topics and we are talking about cars, and we say that that is going to be on page 2. Dogs, that's actually going to be on page 3. Okay, so this is how tab stops would be implemented. This is how it affects things. This is the result of it. And again, remember, I can go to line spacing options, or I can just click on the little arrow in the bottom right hand corner of the paragraph section, click on tabs, and this is where I can set my tab stops, the alignment, whether they need to have a leader, or if I'm going to clear all tab stops. And this is how we implement tab stops.